What is up, guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me make sure everything's running properly today. Let's see here. All right, we're good to go. I had a couple people hit me up yesterday. They're like, bro, it was just a blank screen. I'm like, yeah, the first 5 minutes yesterday's stream was just a nightmare. Forgive me. Forgive me. Flip, what's going on, brother? What is going on, bro? Give everybody a few seconds to jump in. Hope you guys are having a great day. Well, hope you guys are surviving out there. Flip, I appreciate the kind words, brother. Listen, I wouldn't be here without you and everybody, the whole squad, so definitely much respect right back at you. Oh, it's right there. Just getting everything figured out here. Yeah. All right, well, let's jump right into this, guys. So, what have we seen for today? What's going on with Memecoin'S? Let's just get all into it, guys. But first things first, make sure you guys slap those likes. Make sure if you're just joining the squad, make sure you guys hit that subscribe, all that good stuff. But let's get into this. So, Bitcoin obviously seeing somewhat of a continuation of a retracement as of today. We dropped down to our low point of around 90,700 as of today. We're sitting at around 91,000. Right under that 92K right now, right? And this is pretty much just continuation of what I said yesterday, right? We talked about this, and I'm not going to sit here for the next hour like we did yesterday and be like, I told you this, I told you that. No, we're going to get past it. Obviously, like I said, continuation of some moves towards the downside for right now. Bear flag looks like it has played out like we pretty much called it about a week ago when we were topping out around 99,000. So we're going to cover a couple articles. Couple things that I pretty much already mentioned in regards to that $100,000 level really being such a psychological level with a lot of investors, and that's why we haven't broke above it yet, right? So right now, like I said, Bitcoin, it's having the last few days where it's just it's faking you out, right? It fakes me out, even though I kind of knew this drop was coming. We'll see some of these these drops, and then it looks, you come back 20 minutes later and it's starting to retrace, and you're like, all right, we're doing all right, and then you come right back down, right? So I mean, the general move for right now, for the last 2 days, has been towards the downside, right? You can see the trend obviously towards the downside, and nothing has changed as of now until we break above probably this trend line, which is going to be for right now somewhere around that 93,300 or above, and stay above. We're going to continue probably to either consolidate at some of these levels, or we're going to see some more movement towards the downside. Yesterday, and like I said, we're not going to stay here for a while because we're going to talk about meme coins and alts and stuff like that, but yesterday, I told you guys, as long as Bitcoin holds that $90,000 level, in my opinion, I feel like we're going to be in a good spot for whenever we do bounce and we start moving towards the upside. So, given that right now we're still hanging around 92K, we still have a little bit of wiggle room. If we can consolidate, and maybe that was the bottom from where we were at, what we saw today, around 90,700, so be it, right? That'll be great. We're above 90K. Hopefully we can hold these levels, and even if we need to consolidate for, maybe a week or two kind of at these levels, that'll actually be a very, very bullish thing, right? Very bullish thing. So everything right now still looking fine. And you know what? Like I told you guys yesterday, I'm pretty much waiting. I've been waiting, but I've honestly been really looking at a lot of things right now as far as just buying back in on a lot of alts. I haven't pulled the trigger necessarily yet, but I am waiting till we get to maybe just one more small drop with Bitcoin. Something I've noticed with the alts today is, yes, they are down, but they're not like tanking, like they're down, but they're down like maybe 5 or 10% for today, right? Nothing too crazy for an altcoin, right? Because you guys know when with any of these alts, especially small cap memes, on a good day we're up 40, 50, 60 plus percent. So if we're down 10 or 15% in the last few days is absolutely nothing, right? That is nothing. That's a freaking 2-hour move on a good day for us. So nothing too crazy as far as like big drops. And I'm kind of like, man, some of these alts are holding very well. I was anticipating that they were going to maybe potentially drop a little bit more. Now, what I will say is for the alts compared to Bitcoin right now is that if we do drop down to 90K, right? Let's say we drop down to 90K and we consolidate maybe for the next week or two. I think that we potentially, it could go both ways, right? No diddy on that one. No diddy on that one. Let me actually, hold on. No diddy on that one. Let me see something real quick. Did it pop up? Oh no, look at this. I got something for myself when I say something like that.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
All right, I'll take that down. Yeah, so every time I do a no diddy, I'm gonna have that popped up real quick. So be accustomed to that. But I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so if and when we drop down to 90K and possibly consolidate, it could go either or, right? And again, I said it, but you guys get the drift here, is that we can consolidate to the side and alts can possibly bleed out, right? They can possibly bleed out. My opinion is if we hold that 90K, alts might end up starting to run while Bitcoin gets left behind for right now. And I say left behind, Bitcoin pretty much has left all the alts behind in the last few weeks, right? So we could see Bitcoin come to 90K, and you could see a lot of money shift over to alts, and you just start seeing out of nowhere just Spitfire alts just going freaking absolutely crazy. So this is where the limbo that I'm at right now, where you guys, I told you, I'm very transparent. I moved everything out of the market when we topped out in this recent top, right? I'm not saying that's the top of the market. I'm just saying when we hit that 99K, I pretty much moved a lot of my assets out into liquidity, and I'm looking to shop, to get back in because I do think we're going to continue to move. And I'm at this point now where I'm like, crap, what do I do? Do I wait and potentially anticipate a big drop in alts, or do I jump back in potentially, in these next few days with anticipation that maybe the alts, it might be their time to start running, right? So definitely some decisions I got to make here, right? So we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, looking at the alts for the daily right now, let me see where I'm at. Okay, I should start doing stuff like this. Like, hold on. You see Optimism right here, and then we have Celsius, and then we have Sand over here, right? No, I'm just kidding. No, but looking at the crypto bubbles for today, you guys can see, I mean, pretty much mixed breed. We have, some of the alts are not doing bad. Phantom, I think Flip called out Phantom. Algorithm, not doing bad. We have, Sui, Say, AVAX, Injective, HBAR, Theta, right? They're not doing bad. They're a lot of you can see up 15% on a lot of those, HBAR being the smaller one at around 4%. But doesn't look bad. And this is what I was getting to, is alts have not crashed. Not that Bitcoin has crashed, but you see Bitcoin come down a few percent. Usually alts are going to do like 10, 15%. We haven't really seen that necessarily for today. So kind of in that spot right now where I'm like, I don't want to get left behind, right? I don't want FOMO to set in, right? I don't want to get left holding the bag and then we end up, coming down like crazy. And I had opportunities to maybe buy in at some cheaper prices. So I'm kind of just like waiting and see what happens. I've been monitoring the markets like all freaking day, like every freaking like 30 seconds. I'm just scouring through, just waiting for some opportunity to jump in. So we'll see here. Let me jump back into the chat real quick. Let's see here. Jay, what's going on, bro? What's going on, brother? Old said, wait. Okay, got my Twisted Tea ready. Proceed, sir. Hell yeah. You know what's funny, dude? Is I have my tea. I'm drinking on this other tea. It's called, and this isn't, I'm not promoting them because they're not sponsoring the channel yet, right? Peace Hand Tea. It's actually really good. It's a peach. It's decent. So cheers to Old and to everybody out there. Studio, what's going on, brother? Craig's in the house. Eduardo, what's going on, brother? Said long time no see. What's going on with Bink? Unbelievable, just climbed like crazy. We could pull it up and check it out here in a minute. Oh, everybody's saying Gina's birthday is today. Happy birthday to Gina. Empire, what's going on, brother? Said he's new here. Welcome to the squad, dude. Welcome to the squad, bro. Pink's in the house. Gina, happy birthday again. And old, cheers to you guys. Very, very tasty. Very tasty. I'm not a big peach guy. Oh, man. Do I have to do it again? I'm not a big peach guy, but I feel like I have to do this again, right? Hold on, Flip. Hold on.
Brother,
No Diddy on that one. No Diddy on that
what's
one.
that? What's that, brother?
Oh, man. Flip's in the house, bro. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat, bro. Thank you so much, dude. I really do appreciate that, bro. And let me know if you already know. If you have any projects you want to check out, let me know ASAP, bro. We definitely will pause everything and we'll roll out the red carpet for you, bro. Thank you again, man. I do appreciate that. And cheers right back at you. Right back at you. Try to mix like 4 words there. All right, so let's jump in real quick. So the Fear and Greed Index, obviously we've been watching like a freaking hawk. We are starting to slightly come down, which in my opinion is good, right? When we're in this extreme greed, you guys know how I trade. We get into that extreme greed, especially high in the extreme greed, it's top signals for my, in my opinion, right? So, and this is always played out very well. We'll go over here and you guys can see right now we are in extreme greed, obviously at around 80. We did come up from a local high of around 88 as of, this was back on the 20th. So it's been almost a week since we've topped out. And if you really think about that, we topped out on extreme greed on the 20th, right? Let's see here. I'm trying to see. So extreme greed on the 20th, we topped out on Bitcoin on the 22nd. So almost hand in hand right there, guys. This extreme greed, I'm telling you, this is an indicator that we are going to constantly pay attention to, because this right here, it's not going to be like, all right, we're extreme greed, sell everything. Not necessarily, but we're extreme greed. We're getting into those 90s. Red flag. Be cautious. Be ready to make some moves, right? Be ready to part ways with some of your positions, because we could be topping out. It's pretty much how we look at it. So one thing I wanted to pull up here is obviously we looked at this yesterday. Altcoin season index per coin market cap right now, they put us at around 52 to 100. So we're a little bit over towards closer to altcoin season versus Bitcoin season. Obviously, you guys know Bitcoin season is usually when Bitcoin dominance is absolutely high, which it technically is right now. If we pull up Bitcoin's dominance right now, we are still up pretty high, but we have come down a considerable amount. Right now, dominance is around 58.6% as of now. So, I mean, for altcoin holders, definitely something you want to see, right? Definitely something you want to see. But I told you guys this yesterday. We easily can come back to this trend line, which is somewhere around the 58%, around that 58% even, bounce off of it and continue to move towards the upside, right? Because as of now, until that trend breaks, we are steadily moving, or we're still pointing towards the upside on Bitcoin dominance. And if you're new here and you're wondering what the hell does it matter about Bitcoin dominance, when we see Bitcoin dominance coming down and we see at the same time market cap for the whole crypto space moving up, which it's not right now, it's actually down 1.5%. That's usually a signal for altcoin season. Most of your alts are going to be just going parabolic. Usually tends to mean that a lot of people or a lot of investors are moving either some of their assets or all their assets from Bitcoin over to smaller cap projects. And that's usually going to result in some big movements towards the upside. So top 100 performance over the last 90 days, guys. Look at this. You guys have any projects on here that you guys have bought in on? The number one project for the last 90 days. Remember, this isn't for the top. These are top 100 projects that are that have had the biggest growth in the last 3 months, right? So doesn't mean these are the top performers for the last year. This is just in the last 90 days. You guys can see for the last 90 days, the number one project is Peanut. Believe it or not, rest in peace, Peanut. Rest in peace, little guy. Is number one right now, holding it around 1,900% for the last 90 days. That's crazy. Oh, Gina said it's not her birthday. All right, well we got tricked again. Craig said, if we are in extreme greed next October, I will sell everything. Everything is on track with this last bull run, maybe a little earlier this time. Pink said, what's your say on ladies? You think devs are given a clue if Binance or not? We'll have to pull up their Twitter and see what's going on. We'll pull that up right now. We need to see ladies at the top of this list here eventually, right, guys? So what do you guys... I know you guys were talking about Peanut, obviously Goat. I'm not really familiar with Goat, but we have XLM that's been killing it. Sui, Optimism, Doge. Is that Radium? Wow, Radium's gone up that much. ADA is up 175%. And remember, some of these projects have retraced somewhat. HBAR, Phantom, XRP, Sand, Pepe, Mog, Bunk. Look at that. Top movers in the last 90 days. That's awesome. Pepe, Mog, and Bunk. Those are going to be your three main meme coins that are maybe they don't have them right now. I'm talking about Mog, but I believe Bunk and Pepe are well over $1 billion, right? And then you have Doge over $1 billion, and then Peanut, I believe, was over $1 billion. I don't know if it still is. But we also have Crow, Brett down here, Popcat, Dog with Hat, Shiba, believe it or not. And obviously we're not going to read, but look where Bitcoin is as far as the last 90 days. I mean, and you have to remember, Bitcoin is a freaking $1 trillion asset, right? So this thing has moved up 56% in the last 90 days. So, I mean, that's definitely a big move right there. And look at the top 100, the ones that are in the negative right now is XMR, Maker, Notcoin, which is got hit pretty hard with, got hit pretty hard. No Diddy on that one. We'll give that one a pass. All right. We got it. This one got pretty much didn't do too good after the news on Ton. This is Ton's biggest meme coin, or it was. We have Caspa, Arweave, I believe this is, if I'm not mistaken, and then Helium, which is the worst performing top 100 project in the last 90 days, guys. Barra Nation, my boy Chill. My boy Chill's on it. He's on it. Pink, I'm going to talk about Milady right now. We're going to pull that up. So let's hear. Gene said, do you think March 2025 will be the top in the crypto market? I think by March. I don't know if it's going to be exactly on March, but I do think by March is most likely going to be, we'll potentially have topped out, and we're going to start our slow descending towards the downside. Don't crucify me on time frames if it's in April or if it's in May. I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit of a hint of what I think, right? We still have probably 4 more months of some solid movement, and making new highs as far as with Bitcoin, and then also, a solid altcoin season and DeFi season as well in the mix of in the next 4 months as well, right? Now time frames can change, but you guys have to remember, like I pointed out yesterday, we have been technically rallying, right? Since we bottomed out back in December or pretty much January of 2023. That's where we were bottomed and we started our movement towards the upside. So think about that. January 2023, it's it's November, the end of November. So we have been rallying for almost 2 years, guys. 2 years. We're not going to continue to rally, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong, right? But I don't think we're going to continue to rally for the next 9 months, a year and a half, like some of these people that are calling. I do think by sometime in 2025, we are going to top out and we're going to start moving towards the downside. Time frame, though, wise, no one really knows, right? I'm just giving an opinion on possibly some kind of a time frame just because I'm trying to just, put a time frame on it, but who knows exactly the exact time frame on when we're going to top out and when we're actually going to see the top and we start moving towards the downside in some kind of a bear market. So let's pull up Miladies just because I know Pink was asking, first question. So they were asking, what's your say on ladies? Do you think the devs are giving it? Let's pull up. Let me see here. I usually have their Twitter ready. This is like the only insight of where we could see like if there's anything going on. Look at them. I think it's funny, right? That they always put out these memes and stuff like that for their for Milady, but as far as like trying to decipher what's going on, who the hell knows, bro? Let's see here. From memes to dreams, we're reaching new heights and taking the culture with us. The sky isn't the limit. It's just the beginning. They're posting a lot with Elon. We need an Elon post, right? We need an Elon post is what we need. So as far as Binance listing, dude, I don't know. Who knows? As of right now, your guess is as good as mine, right? Overcome, what's going on, bro? Lazy's in the house. What's going on, bro? Mog is at a 1 billion. Okay, I just haven't checked in a while. I didn't know if it dropped or not. Craig said all the old coins are pumping, not including memes though. Just new memes are pumping. Yeah, I noticed yesterday there was a lot of old school. Projects that like Sand and Mana. Like projects like that you really haven't been, not going to say they lost relevancy or basically haven't been relevant, in the last year, but you don't really hear about them as much as you did back in 2021. And they were all having fantastic days yesterday. So it shows you, even these projects that, maybe aren't in the limelight, they're all going to have some kind of a shine during this bull run. So Random said this will be the most epic bull run in history. I agree, especially with the Bitcoin strategic reserve coming with Trump's election. If you think we look good, G, in March, you're sad. Wait, if you think we're took G in March, you're sadly mistaken, in my opinion. Hey, you know what? I respect your opinion. I really do. And I told you guys I might need to change that time frame up, right? I might need to change that that time frame up. And I do agree with you, and I said this yesterday. I do think that we are 100% going to continue to, even if we have somewhat of a retracement for right now, we're going to see some big movement coming up in January with the inauguration coming. Love him or hate him, the guy's been putting in a lot of pieces to the chessboard of people that are very pro crypto, right? So I think that with him getting into office, a lot of people coming into to the scene and having to be, like a new SEC chair taking over Gensler. What's the other? Janet, Miss Janet, whatever her name is. She's also going to be getting replaced with someone that's very pro crypto. Stuff like this, I think is going to be very, very relevant, and it is going to help move the markets. But at the end of the day, like I keep saying, I only put March on the table. Like I said, we could move it over. It could possibly get moved down the road, which I hope it is, right? But there is going to be a point where we are going to eventually top out, right? It does not matter what the hell's going on or anything like that. We are always going to stay in cycles, right? We're always going to stay in cycles where we're going to be in a bear market and then eventually get into a bear, or we're going to be in a bull market, eventually go into a bear, and vice versa, right? So it's going to happen. And if you think that anything's different with that, you're going to get wrecked. You're going to get wrecked. So like I said, as far as time frame, I hope I'm wrong. But do not forget that we go through cycles. And this isn't just for Bitcoin. This is for everything. Everything. The stock markets, the housing market, the economy, we go through cycles, right? Sometimes the time frames are completely off or completely different. Sometimes they're shorter, they're longer. This is why I say, me putting a timestamp on it, take it with a grain of salt, because when it all comes down, I'm sure I'll be completely wrong on when it happens. So, but I 100% agree with you, bro. I do agree that we have a lot of bullishness coming, especially the first quarter of 2025. So I appreciate your comment, dude. Flip said, I need some medical grade hopium. Used cars and Billy. All right, I'll pull that up, brother. Lazy bro, I know you don't watch other streams, but Becker told his people to get into older coins and then they ran. Hell yeah. I will potentially sometimes watch his streams here and there. Here and there I will. Trigger, what did you say? What is OBOT stuff the token OBOT? I don't know what you're talking about. Is that a project that you speak of? I will have to say that Ricky did say in the Discord. I will say that Ricky did say in the Discord to not forget about the old school projects. He did mention that like a month or two. I do remember calling that. So shout out to Ricky. Overcome said he's more bullish than he's ever been. Craig said, set your price points and DCA out. Do not try to time the market. And Troy with the NFK to the moon. I agree. Now let's pull up a couple projects. So you guys know, you guys have been not everybody, but a lot of people have been screaming about Byra. This project, again, epic run. We are seeing somewhat of a consolidation from yesterday. Pretty much almost exactly where we saw. It did come down actually. Yesterday we were trying to hold the 382 and it has come down slightly, finding some support somewhere above this 0.5. So it looks like we are consolidating as of now, right? Even potentially maybe, don't get all ahead of yourself, but this could be forming somewhat of a W pattern potentially on this project. So we'll see how this plays out. I don't really fall into the W patterns on DeFi, particularly more than what I will see like if it was Bitcoin, but we'll see how it plays out. It is consolidating to the side, still holding that $1 billion mark. So still definitely holding some solid numbers for sure. So it doesn't look bad at all, in my opinion. Let me see here. Where's our Roar Kitty? All our Roaring Kitty people. They haven't been here in a while. What's going on, guys? Call's been down like I kind of anticipated. Let's see here. And on the watch list, this is our watch list. Nothing really moving too much on our watch list on DeFi. I know DeFi is still pumping like crazy, but nothing too crazy on our watch list as far as any kind of movement. So DeFi for right now just looks like it's nothing too crazy going on. I'm sure there's still projects getting dropped and they're still pumping like crazy. So Craig said, for anybody new, it's serious business to set your price points. I hear you. Let's pull up a couple articles and then we can. Oh yeah, hold on. Flip wanted to look at used cars and Billy. So Flip for used, you can see obviously this thing's on a downward trend for right now. It's done this before, right? You remember this has obviously had this has seen some downward trends, consolidation before seeing a pop. The pops have been kind of smaller, I will say, right? Compared to when we go over here, you can see these pops were a lot bigger. These have been a lot smaller in recent weeks and months. So, consolidation, you could be coming down to some kind of a support level like we have at the bottom of this fib, which is around the 25. If you're looking to maybe dollar cost average in, first things first, not financial advice, but I would say the bottom of the fib, somewhere around this 28, 48 area, is a good spot where it has previously bounced plenty of times right before going on some moves. So that would be a good dollar cost average area or buy zone at the 28 or below for this project, in my opinion. So, and then for Billy, right? You said Billy, yeah. I think we have Billy on here as well. Yep, we do. Oh, Billy. Billy's been in a freaking straight consolidation for sure. Look at this. Billy's been literally just finding that support at one of these support levels that we have at around the 37. And look at this. It's been just trading sideways pretty much. So, I would say if you're long-term on Billy, like I know you've been buying and selling on this, anything below this support level at the 37, if you get the opportunity, would be a good spot for some dollar cost average in. Obviously, not financial advice, but anything below the 37, I think is a good spot. You can see anytime if you were to purchase around those areas, you would obviously make some good moves right there. So anything below the 37 will probably be a good move. Obviously keeping an eye on the traditional market as well, right? So as long as we're holding whip for Bitcoin, DeFi is going to be perfectly fine. If not, I think DeFi is probably going to go even crazier. So thank you again, bro, for the $20 super chat, dude. I really do appreciate that, man. TJ, what's going on, bro? Eduardo, what he keeps asking about Bink. Let's just pull it up, because if you ask me about that one more time, just kidding. I'm just messing with you, bro. Bink, the Treasury Secretary. Yeah. Gina said, folks, do not forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to hit that like. We got 13 likes. Oh, Lord. You guys don't like hitting the like button, I see. We'll have like 40 people in here and there's like 5 likes. I'm like, dude, just hit the damn like button. I'll tell you, before I started doing YouTube years ago, I never hit the like button. Even on streams that I liked, I just never hit it because I never thought about it. And now after the fact, if I watch anybody's stream, the first thing I do is I hit the like. You guys don't understand how much that helps. Just, the algorithms. I know you always hear about that, the algorithms. No, it really does, because there's people searching for crypto, right? There's people searching for crypto all right now. Millions of people across the world at this very moment right now on YouTube. YouTube is the biggest platform that people get their information from. Bigger than Twitter, bigger than the freaking your regular cable. YouTube is the biggest platform. So imagine, how does YouTube use the algorithm? Well, when these people are searching up other cryptos, they start being able to collect information like, oh, this guy's looking up Bitcoin videos, or he's looking up Memecoin videos. How do they get the other Memecoin videos to put in front of their face? Through algorithm, through people liking, like yourself, liking the video. So it does really help, not only for my own self, but if you have any other YouTubers that you guys like, I mean, even if you're not sending them super chats, the other way to help them out is obviously subscribing and hitting that like button. So for Bink, let's see here. This has been out for about 9 months, so it's a legit project. Market cap's crazy big, 650, crazy big. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be here all night, guys. We're gonna be here all night. All night we're gonna be here. I said it was crazy big.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Oh man, my bad, guys, my bad. So for this project, like I said, looks great. Everything's up. Lazy's hitting the Diddy, no Diddy. Liquidity is good, locked in at $6 million. So, I mean, the numbers look great. This thing's on a crazy run right now, up 245%. I mean, it looks great, bro. It looks great. Even this, like, pulling up a fib retracement wouldn't even do it justice. Won't even do it justice. A little cautious, though. Like, what's up with this? Oh, I mean, I guess that's like an epic bull flag right there. I'm like, what is this right here? Like, it went on a massive run, consolidated. Like, why does this chart look perfect? It looks a little questionable, a little sus, in my opinion. But I mean, it looks good. What I encourage anybody to buy in right now, obviously I wouldn't give out financial advice, but I would be very cautious buying in right now, just because this project's already ran 200 and something % in the last day, right? You're not even talking about in the last 2 weeks. This thing's up. Let's see here. In the last 2 weeks, this thing's up freaking 25,000%. It says. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. Oh, this is a community takeover too. That's crazy. I love when the community does that takeover, because whatever dev ran off with their little small bag, they're probably looking back like, oh my God, if I would have just held, if I wouldn't have tried to been such a greedy bastard, I would have be up millions of dollars right now instead of them running off with 10,000. Right? So shout out to you guys. Good job. Lazy said, I'm not saying I get paid next week, but for every 10, is that 10,000 subscribers? I think he said every 10,000 subscribers Crypt gets, I'll donate one membership. 10,000 subscribers, bro. That's going to be a little while. I've been struggling to break past 7K for the last like 4 months. But you know what? I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. All right, let's jump into some articles real quick. So Bitcoin slides towards 90K as price moves back after post-election rally. So the price of Bitcoin retreated further from the psychological, which I was calling the psychological $100,000 milestone, as investors book profits from the cryptocurrency's gains from the presidential election. The largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization was recently lower by more than 4% at $90,999, according to Coinmetrics. Earlier, it fell as low as 90,700, and an index, or on the CoinDesk 20, the index measuring broader cryptocurrency performance, fell 4.78%. Bitcoin has been on a tear since election day, with very few pullbacks, but the $100,000 mark remains a formidable. I'm like, I know I can say this. Formidable psychological barrier. Let's see here. Greenspan, the founder and CEO of Quantum Economics, told CNBC by email, while breaking through now would be a major bullish signal. A brief pullback may be needed to gather momentum before the next attempt. And that's pretty much what I've been saying, guys. As long as we can hold that $90,000 level, I'm telling you guys, we will run up to 100K. It'll be fast. But expect us coming up if we stay around this 90K level. Expect that $100,000 level, that $99,000 level, to be a big spot for resistance. We're gonna need a lot to really push us over that 100K, because the sell pressure is gonna be so immense as we get closer to that 100K. Remember, guys, I called this out as Bitcoin was running through the 80s, right? 80,000s, and we were getting towards the 90K the first time. I said, listen, we flew through these 80,000s. These 90,000s are going to be completely different. I was like, because that $100,000 level is such a psychological level. We have been told, if you've been in Bitcoin since 2020, 2021, we were told that Bitcoin was hitting 100K in 2021, and it never did, right? That level has been on most traders' radar for so long. And then you have to remember, if you go back towards this bear market, people were buying Bitcoin under 20K. So think about that. People were accumulating whole coins at $15,000, $16,000, right? So now that we've gotten close to 100K, they're like, bro, I'm up 5x, right? I'm taking profits, and I'll figure it out after, right? That's pretty much what they're doing, and that's what we've done. So this retracement is basically weeding out a lot of all that, those people that we just talked about as far as the sellers, and you're going to see buyers coming back in probably around where we're at right now, or if we do retrace anymore, hopefully holding that 90K level, giving us that momentum that we need to finally break above that 100K. But it's not going to be just in my opinion, we could, right? But in my opinion, I don't think we're just going to go from 90K to 110, 120K out of nowhere. There's going to be big spots for some resistance up and from where we're at now, obviously through the 90s, and that 100,000 is going to be a major spot for resistance, but we will eventually break through. So let's see here. So with Bitcoin's regulatory hitting new records this month, long-term holders have increasingly been selling in the spot market in larger amounts. That selling pressure has so far been absorbed by inflows into Bitcoin's exchange-traded funds, ETFs, which ended a 5-day advance Monday and logged 438 million in outflows, the large purchases by MicroStrategy. The crypto quant typically defines long-term holders as entities that held Bitcoin for 155 days or longer. So, and that kind of brings me to the next article. We're just going to fly through these articles real quick because I know you guys want to check out projects. But same thing. You can see traders seeing $553 million in crypto liquidations as Bitcoin dropped dropped to 92K. So we had a lot of people that were, holding longs, thinking that we're, thinking or being told that we were going to break through 100K. It was, inevitable, which is it is. But we're going to see retracements, right? So anybody opening up, previously opening up longs, they probably did it too late, right? Opening up longs would have been ideal back, 2 weeks ago when we were just shattering through the 80,000s. That would have been ideal, obviously, right? Hindsight 2020, it's easier to talk about it after it's said and done, but those are when you want to open up longs, right? Not financial advice. Opening up a long at 97,000 is very risky. I told you guys this. I opened up a short. This was back when we were at 98.4, I think it was. Yeah, it was back right here at 98.4, and I wrote, I ain't gonna say it, but I ended up doing really well on the short. Ended up selling a little too early at around 95 because we started consolidating on that short. And if you guys are interested in learning how I do leverage trading, where I do leverage trading, and what I use to leverage trade as far as indicators, make sure you guys hit that members only or hit the join button and become a members. This weekend, we are going to be going over leverage trading again because I've been getting some requests to talk about leverage trading. So I think we need to do a little refresher on leverage trading because when we, whether we're heading up or heading down, if you get familiar with it, obviously it's very risky, but you can ultimately make money when Bitcoin's having bad days, right? When we're having bad days, and then obviously vice versa when we're having good days as well. So let's just see what this article has to say. So according to CoinGlass data on November the 25th, which is yesterday, crypto traders seen a massive liquidation of about 553 million in the past day of trading. Traders with long positions have liquidated 413 million as Bitcoin price dropped to 92K, decreasing almost 5% in a day. So the long positions in the last 12 hours and 4 hours have been seen as major crypto liquidations with 344 million and 140 million respectively. The short positions in the past day also rised into triple digits to 138 million, and I was part of that 138 million, but such a small fraction of that 138 million. Whenever you have those good trades, you look back and you're like, man, should have put so much more money in, because I grabbed like a 50% move real fast. I did real conservative, only a 30x, right? And it opened up that short. If I would have done like 100x, with even the same amount of money, I would have, it would have been, instead of 50%, it would have been 150%. And if I would have used a lot more money, it'd have been obviously a lot more money to be made. But on the flip side, also could have been a lot more money that I would have got liquidated on. So that's why I'm always real conservative on, especially with leverage trading. So, but yeah, it just pretty much goes in. People are getting liquidated like crazy, and it's going to go back and forth, right? It's back and forth. People right now, even today when the numbers come out, people are still getting liquidated. I guarantee that are thinking that we're any of these bounces. Oh, this was it. We're running up. They open up a long, get liquidated, right? So personally for oh man, did I move this? I think I did. Damn it. I hate when I do that, bro. It goes right there. Dude, did I move? Oh man. I don't know where this support level was. Leave it right around there. I'll leave it right around there. Lazy said, are we going to make a no FUD TikTok channel? Bro, I'm not on TikTok. That's like where I draw the line. I'm not on TikTok. I should. I probably have a lot more people on YouTube. Ugh. Ricky, what are you saying? You wish you knew what? How to do what? Oh, do the TikTok channel? Lazy said that's how Chill Guy took off. I know, but isn't that Becker's token or something too? I mean, I'm sure it was a combination of, you have a YouTuber that has probably like what, 1 million subscribers on YouTube. They dropped the project. It got the newbie gains, right? He probably did it great with probably how he dropped it and with the liquidity and stuff like that. I mean, you could probably go down the list, but there was probably a big sort of things that the reason why that project absolutely ripped, right? So Jay said, I remember that in 2022 it went to 60 and nosedived. Yep. Are you talking about Bitcoin? I think that was 2021 when we dropped down from 60 down to 29K. Lazy said there's not a lot of new retail from TikTok. I'll have to check it out, bro. That's a good idea. It really is. I'll have to check it out. Does that mean I have to start doing like TikTok dances like buy no foot koala? And I'm going to have to go on there and do like some TikTok dances and stuff like that. Because I'm not doing it. Lazy, if you want to be the channel dancer, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man. He set me up on that one. He set me up on that one, guys.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
Lazy set me up on that one. Oh man, that's too funny. What do we have? I know we have something coming up. Let's see here. Oh, we have GDP dropping. When's this dropping? On the 27th? That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow, guys. We have GDP numbers dropping tomorrow. So we'll see how this plays out. We're expected, it's forecast to be 2.8, which is lower. Which is lower than the 3% from the previous. Excuse me. Not the best for the economy. Not the best. We might see a little bit more. That might be the what we need to move down a little bit. Maybe bounce at that 90K. The stock market's been real stagnant. S&P up 0.5%, NASDAQ 0.5%, Dow Jones 0.2%. The DXY has been holding pretty strong as well. The DXY, I want to pull this up. This thing has been, don't mind this sloppy ass W pattern. Let me move that. But the DXY, this thing consolidated, and look, it looks like it wants to break out. Right? So, I mean, DXY goes up and potentially risk on assets will go down. I say potentially because this thing has been moving up while Bitcoin's been moving up. So I don't know if that DXY, the inverse as far as it being negative towards Bitcoin is even in play anymore. But something to keep an eye on as far as the dollar strength as well. I've been keeping an eye out on Myro. Myro is one of the meme coins that I've been kind of keeping an eye out. If we come back down to retest this trend, anything at the trend or below, which is pretty much at around the 8.5 cent mark, I'm going to start probably dollar cost averaging in on Myro again. So we'll see how this plays out. XRP, look at that. Finally starting to slightly cool off. Oops. You can see XRP finding some support around the, what is that, the 382? Yep, 382 at around 100 or $1.29. You can see it's bounced off of that multiple times. And also, would probably say that we have somewhat of a slight bear flag that's formed on XRP. Potentially. Potentially, right? So we'll see how this plays out. If it does break below the 382, you're probably going to be seeing $1.07 at around this 0.5 as some support. Let me pull up ADA real quick. Wait, ADA broke up above $1? What the flippity flap? ADA broke up above $1 and you guys weren't telling me? Holy crap. Where was I? Last time I looked at ADA, it was on its way up. It was at like maybe 70 cents or something. I don't know. That's crazy. Hell yeah. ADA was one of the projects, bro, that I bought in 2021, 2020 maybe. I had bought in, I don't remember exactly where. It was probably like when we were around this area because it was before it kind of really shot up. But I remember getting in like around $1. It was like maybe a little less than $1. At the time, I thought, anything under $1 for ADA was a steal, right? Because you can see 2021, ADA would stay above $1 for the most part. So I ended up getting it at like maybe 95 cents. And freaking this thing went up to $3 and I didn't sell. I did not sell, right? So I was like, bro, lesson learned on that. Gene said, what's your higher price for Bitcoin at the end of December? Like if I'm saying like we're gonna, we're bouncing and we're about to rally up, I wouldn't be surprised if we're on a good side of Bitcoin. You're talking about the end of December, so about 4 weeks from now, we potentially could see $110,000 Bitcoin potentially, right? But we would need to hold that 90K and obviously start moving towards the upside, relatively soon. With us, having only about 4 weeks left of this year. Think about that, guys. Only 4 weeks left of this year. Technically about 4.5, 5 weeks. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Phantom. Yeah, let's pull that up. I know Flip was talking about Phantom. Flip, you still here, bro? Where's my boy Flip? That's why Flip's throwing out those 20s. My boys, look at this chart. My boy's balling right now. Did I check out call? No, why is it running? Where are we at here? I just saw, it's right there. Hold on, I don't like looking at that chart. Yeah. So, I kind of called this, right? I called this for multiple reasons. It hasn't crashed or anything like that, but I did say that call was most likely going to see some downward movement. Obviously, somewhat of a double top. You can see the M pattern that formed, right? Still playing out. And then also, I told you guys that I can guarantee that there was probably a few thousand people that were in call that were looking at Barra going crazy, and they probably moved their money from call over to Barra, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if Barra starts to retrace more. Not saying it is, but if it does retrace, you're probably going to see a lot of that money flowing back into to call. So I potentially am keeping an eye out on call. I still do think call is going to do. I was about to say the F word. I think call is going to do very well, right? When you guys can see what happens on Chronos, there's not a lot of competition, right? So when some of these projects start running, they run. And with the market cap still being relatively low at $35 million for call, I think this thing can run. So I'm kind of keeping an eye out. It is getting close to a buy zone. I particularly feel comfortable buying anywhere at that 35 or below. So if we can at least come anywhere near this support level, this level is where we consolidated plenty of times in the last, maybe this was like probably 2 or 3 months ago in September. We were consolidating like crazy. We almost pretty much bounced off that before we went on our last run. So anything at or around this 36, 37 level or below is what I'm looking for as far as a buy zone for call. So oh, you're saying the trend right here? Yeah, potentially. mean, it already has bounced off the trend. We'll see how that plays out. $35 million, not a bad market cap to be FOMOing in on, right? Or not FOMOing. We never FOMO, but, to be dollar cost averaging in on. You bought a truckload today? Nice. If this thing breaks below the trend, like I said, if we can come a little bit closer towards this buy zone, I'll be right there with you. Definitely. Got a nice little bag that's burning a pocket, burning a hole in my Chronos pocket. I did really well. I told you guys I sold out on call recently, right? Bought in somewhere around here and sold out on one of these big moves. Moved like 15,000 Crow into my Chronos wallet. Forgot about it. And then I came back and Chronos was at up 100 and something %. So that freaking money 3-4x'd while it was just sitting in my wallet. So I was like, hell yeah. So I moved it all over to USDC. So it's been just sitting there. I'm about to convert it back over to Crow probably soon. Where's Crow at right now? Oh, maybe I should have just kept it in Crow. Damn. That's why it's crazy. For anybody, it's bro, we're not in DeFi season. I'm like, all right, I see what they're saying, right? Number wise, it doesn't seem like we're in alt season, right? Altcoin season, because dominance is so high. There's just a lot of different things that we normally take into consideration for altcoin season. But when I pull up charts of a lot of these OG projects, ADA broke above $1, XRP going crazy, Chronos freaking going crazy as well. I mean, it's hard for me to say, you know what? Yeah, we're still not in altcoin season. I honestly do think that we're not in the full top of altcoin season, but I still do believe that we have entered altcoin season as of 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we're at the early stages of altcoin season. Now, obviously, we want to see Bitcoin dominance come down more. We want to see Ethereum break out to certain levels. Little things like that, what we normally traditionally call altcoin season. But I don't think this altcoin season is going to be similar as far as those flags. I think dominance, I just bit the side of my mouth. I think dominance is going to probably stay relatively higher than it has the last few cycles. And who knows with Ethereum? I do hope Ethereum breaks out like crazy, but Ethereum has so much competition, particularly coming from Solana this time around, that maybe Ethereum doesn't break out to $5,000 like a lot of people are calling, right? Maybe Ethereum breaks to 4 and stays around 4,500 this time, So, and maybe the new indicator is Solana. It already broke all-time highs last week. Maybe the new indicator is Solana breaking $500, for us to be in altcoin season, right? So, Paul's just saying, he said, bro, you're just playing wrong. You know what? And I'm not gonna, I won't even argue with you, Paul, because you know what? It's your opinion, right? Just like it's my opinion. So I respect it. But he just said, bro, you're just plain wrong. Let's see here. And Paul, let's have a debate here. What am I wrong particularly about? I know I just said a lot of things. So what do you say what's your opinion on what I'm plain wrong about? The altcoin season? What do you say? You tell me, bro. Respectfully. I appreciate you coming in and chatting, bro. Red Rum said, hey, buddy, I sold all my Milady. What? I'm over it. Terrible project. Damn, bro. Listen, Red Rum, I can't argue with you, bro, as far as selling, because I know it has been rough holding on to Milady. I know it has, right? I understand. So you're not going to hear any backlash from me like I can't believe you sold out on it or anything like that. I understand why you did it. I still do believe in Milady, particularly. I do believe in it. So, I mean, maybe if we drop down to certain levels, I don't know. I sold my Milady, but it had nothing to do particularly we spiked up on Milady, so I took advantage of the profits. But I'm like, I don't want to buy in anymore on crypto.com. Their freaking fees are just outrageous. That's the reason why I really haven't, done anything as far as Milady. So, Dem121 said Zilqua. I don't know if I pronounced that. Looks good. Pump coming. All right. Old said Red Rum posted that so Murphy's Law applied. Smart move. Now ladies will rip. I know, bro. You know that always happens, bro, where you sell off and they're like, they're watching your wallet, right? Old, and they're like, all right, he sold, time to pump. You sold your $200. Now it pumps up like 5,000%, but I know it's not like that, but it feels like that. Letty, what's going on, girl? That's why it freaking dropped. Red Rum dropped that big ass $50 billion bag on somebody. He dropped that $50 billion bag on him, said, I'm done. I still want to wait. Paul, what's going on, bro? Speak up. Speak your mind, bro. What's going on? I still want to know what I'm particularly wrong on. And I'm not saying I'm right. I just want to know. I want to hear your argument. I think he was referring to altcoin season, if I'm not mistaken. But don't know. I don't know, bro. But if you'd like to elaborate, I'm here. Owen said, if Bitcoin dominance falls, will Bitcoin also dump? Not necessarily, bro. Not necessarily. So we saw it back in 2021 where Bitcoin dominance did drop back like around this. We're talking about, and we'll pull it up here. So if we look back, the top of the market for 2021 was in November, right? So if you look at November, this is where Bitcoin dominance was. It dropped down into the lower 40s. But if you look at Bitcoin's price, right, and we'll look at it together, because I'm pretty sure Bitcoin's price didn't drop as much as you would think, right? So if you think we go to this is between October and November of 2021, Bitcoin's price was hovering somewhere around 65 to 60K around that 2-month period, right? If we go over to dominance and we look over at October, which was right here, and you look over October to November, it did, Bitcoin's dominance was down under 49%. You can see we were hovering somewhere around 47 to about 45, 44% for dominance. That's pretty low, right? A lot lower than where we're at right now. And you can see that Bitcoin was actually hovering around highs, right? Why is that? Well, you're still seeing a lot of money flowing into Bitcoin. A lot of money's flowing into Bitcoin. Bitcoin's still staying bullish. You're just seeing people that maybe were in Bitcoin a lot earlier, right? Maybe earlier that year, maybe earlier a few years back, whatever the case is, you start seeing money flowing, profits taken from Bitcoin and moving into smaller alts, smaller market caps. So I don't necessarily think that Bitcoin's price is going to particularly drop or take a hit if and when the dominance comes down, but you will see alts doing well. You'll see the market cap of the whole crypto space doing really well as well, right? So you're seeing money flowing still into Bitcoin. You're just seeing dominance. Dominance is really, what it means is that you see Bitcoin as a whole, Bitcoin as a whole, how much are the holders actually holding Bitcoin compared to the rest of the market, right? And right now, we're at 58.5%. That means 58.5% of all money that's in crypto is in Bitcoin. When Bitcoin dominance starts coming down, doesn't necessarily mean that they're taking all their funds from Bitcoin. Maybe they're allocating 10, 20, 30, 40% of their Bitcoin, holdings over into alts, right? So not necessarily will Bitcoin drop particularly. You're just going to see the market cap as a whole moving up, and you're going to see Bitcoin dominance coming down. I keep biting my freaking side of my lip. And you're going to see alts, reaping the benefits of some of that money moving from Bitcoin into smaller caps, aka alts. So Letty said, "I wish I would have sold so I could have some cash right now." Letty, where have you been? We've been, I came out, what was this, like a few days? I came out when we were hitting highs, and I wasn't sitting here telling everybody, oh, you guys need to sell. I just said there's a lot of red flags right now that we have probably seen a potential brief top, right? Brief top, meaning, that we potentially might be topping out for right now briefly, needing to retrace slightly so we can, weed out all the sellers, people that are taking profits. And I was saying this while we were hitting 98, 99,000, I mean, it is what it is, right? You learn from some of this stuff and just use it when you move forward, right? So it is what it is. Oh, me, ladies, is gonna go crazy now, bro. Now that me and you were not really technically holding any me ladies, it's gonna go crazy. You've been working, I hear you. No worries. Get that money, girl. Don't worry. She bounced off the what is this? The 50-day moving average, but she's below her 200 as of now. 200-day right now is the green, red being the 50-day for me lady right now. So Letty, just learn from it and just move accordingly next time. You'll be all right. Maybe it's for a reason. Maybe in the next day or two we're going to start going crazy, and then you're going to be like, I'm so happy I didn't sell. Or you can be like me. I sold out all my assets right when we hit the top, this local top, and I'm kind of just like waiting to jump back in, and I'm like stressing out because it's like you don't want to get left behind, right? But at the same time, I don't want to buy in and then we see some more pain, right, or whatever the case may be. So Troy said, "Can you please look at Fink?" Is that a DeFi project? Are we looking at, what are we talking about? Larry Fink? Troy, I'm waiting for you to respond, buddy. I am waiting for you to respond. Gonzalez, what's going on? Said, hello, good morning. Good morning, good day, good afternoon. Where I'm at is actually, it's nighttime. It's nighttime. So it'd be not good night, but good evening. Big Dog Fink. I feel like I owe a no Diddy on that one, but I won't. Big Dog Fink. Let's see what you... Oh, we already looked at Bink. We looked at it. Someone asked about this earlier. It's starting to retrace slightly, but I said this thing is freaking shot up like crazy. It looks unnatural. They're running boost. You see that? They're running boost, Troy. I mean, this thing looks crazy. It's up over 200% in the last 24 hours. So, I mean, definitely a big run. All I can say, bro, is if you're in the project, you know what I'm going to say. Make sure you secure that bag. Secure that bag, all right, buddy? Not telling you to reposition yourself. I would say right now, looking at the 236 as a big spot to hold as some support. We've bounced off it so far, so if we can stay above that 236, which is at around the 39.60 area, it'll stay bullish and you'll probably continue to make new highs. If it breaks below there, line in the sand is going to be the 382 at around the 31.79. That's going to be the line in the sand. If it breaks that, then you're probably going to be coming back down. I don't know if you're going to be breaking down to these freaking the abyss down here, but you could see a breakdown at around the 0.5 or below, potentially somewhere around the 786 or 618, where it kind of was consolidating before it took off. So just keep an eye out on that 39.45 area. This is going to be what we want to hold as far as a nice bounce and potentially some continuation moving towards the upside. So Letty, listen, I know it's stressful, but you know what? If this was, if it was as easy as some of these people make it out to be on YouTube, you know, we would all be filthy rich, right? And it would be boring. It would be boring. This is what keeps it so interesting, is that it's like the Matrix, right? You gotta like kind of figure out what works best for you, you know. And unfortunately, if you're busy out there, like working a lot, and you have family and stuff like that, that consist of you being very consumed, it's hard to be a trader or an investor with crypto, because you got to keep your eye on it, right? Even if you're not a trader, like a day trader, you still want to keep an eye on the charts throughout the day, just in case something that you bought in on runs up 100%. You probably want to take profits, because a lot of times when they run up 100, 200% real fast, they're going to retrace, right? I can't tell you, I'm not going to say it happened a lot, but there's been plenty of times where I bought in on projects and I forget to look at the charts, right? And I come back to look at the chart like a week later, and I'm not even lying. One of these projects before ran up, literally, I bought in. I was down thousands of dollars off this project. This was back a few years ago. Was down thousands of dollars, and I was just like, bro, I'm not selling for a loss. I was like, it's just going to sit there. Chilling. It got to the point where it's taking so long that I stopped looking at the charts for that particular project. And I'm watching some YouTube channel, and this guy's like, yeah, everything, this was during the bear market, he's like, everything's down but this project. He's like, it's up 200 and something, or yesterday, he's like, it was up yesterday 250%. And I'm like looking, I'm like, what the and I go and pull my portfolio back up, and it was exactly where it was 2 weeks ago, back down. And I had missed out on taking, I could have made like 2x on this money that I was down like 50% on, you know, prior to that big pump. And I'm like, oh my. So ever since then, it's like anything I buy in on, I keep a freaking close eye on it, you know. Or you can always put stop losses, or you can put sell orders on a lot of your projects as well. So things to look out for, or things that you can do, tools that you can use on a lot of these exchanges. So Gonzalez said, please have a look at Lucky Coin. It was May on 2013, and it has a low market cap and is moving. What was on May 2013? If you don't mind me asking. Is that the day you got in on crypto? Oh, didn't mean to put that. You said what, Lucky Coin? Why am I not seeing it anymore? Oh yeah, Lucky Coin. I have a feeling. What ecosystem are you talking about? Punk said he got a coffee that day. Nice. 2013 on May. I'm trying to think. I don't know what I was. My daughter was like 2 years old, so I probably was like probably was with her. You're saying this one, Lucky Coin on Solana? It's been out for a little over a month. I mean, small market cap. So, I mean, this thing, that's why you're seeing these crazy runs, right? I mean, not much I can say about this project. It's still a relatively new project. I mean, it's got a small market cap, which isn't terrible, right? I mean, it can be very good as far as, you know, maybe jumping in at the right time. I mean, it's making higher lows as it moves, so these swings are absolutely ridiculous. Maybe you can jump in. Maybe if I was looking at this project right now, it wouldn't be a bad time, not financial advice, to see if maybe this thing's going to go on a nice run, right? But, I mean, it is what it is. Not a terrible project. Oh, it's not on Solana yet? So then what are we looking at here? And I still am waiting. What happened on May of 2013? I think we all want to know what happened. Old said, Crip, is Cass still looking good? Looking okay? I had to take a phone call. Didn't know if we missed you talking about it. I'm back now. Yeah, bro, we already brought up that project. We can't bring it back up. I'm just kidding. That project was already spoken for, bro. So, I mean, listen. Obviously, we did break out of this trend, right? I'm going to leave the trend there just so you know how bullish this is. So, Caspa already, I mean, this thing's been going crazy, right? Since it pretty much dropped. You can see the trend was holding for a while. We broke out of it. We bounced somewhere around the support level, around the 0.5 in the support level at around that 10 cent mark. Big spot for some support. And then obviously you see that we didn't. We came up. We broke above the 236, but we have not really been able to stay above. So all I can say is most likely support level around the 12.9, 13 cent mark. Hopefully that holds. And if the markets can continue to move, you'll probably see at some point a big bounce on Caspa. I think what it was with this project, and yes, to answer your question, I think Caspa is still in play for a big move. Caspa's been running, right? Even when, if you think about it, the last year, you know, when we were having ups and downs in the market, Caspa was running, right? So now that Bitcoin starts running and the rest of the market runs, you can see maybe people potentially were taking profits on Caspa and moving into other potential projects. But I still do think that Caspa is going to do very well, right? So 13 cent hopefully holds as a big spot for some support, and maybe you'll see a big bounce given the markets, you know, stay where they're at or you know, continue to move up. So but we'll see how it plays. Keep reminding me, bro, and we'll keep bringing up this project. Bitcoin dominance coming back. So guys, listen, let's just do a quick recap of everything. Right now, we have tomorrow, we have the GDP dropping. So just expect the unexpected, right? Uncertainty in the market right now, that could be driving us maybe potentially coming down a little bit further more. Hopefully, you know, we bottomed out at around the 70,000. I'm sorry, the 90,700 area, not 70. Hopefully we bottomed out around that 90,700 area, and we'll maybe start moving towards the upside. But expect, if we do move down around this 90,100 area as a big spot for some support. That's what we need to hold. If we do break that, I'm not saying to be worried, but the next big spot for some support is going to be most likely in between here, but most likely somewhere around 86, 87,000 for a big spot for some support. So 90K needs to hold. We need to hold that 90K for us to really stay bullish. And like I said yesterday, it's really to make sure that we don't scare retail investors. All the retails that been FOMOing in the last few weeks, we need to stay above 90K. If we start breaking below, I have a feeling that retail is going to get scared. They're going to start selling, right? And it's just going to cause a cascade event of us moving potentially down to potentially 86 or 84K, dare I say, $81,000. So hopefully that's not in the cards, and we just maybe potentially see a $90,000 bounce, and we're good to go. So, Donald, what's going on, brother? But other than that, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here tonight. I really do. Thank you. Flip, if you're still here, bro, thank you for the super chat, brother. I do appreciate that $20 more than you know, man. Other than that, guys, be safe out there. We'll be back here tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have some better news in regards to the markets moving up. But with that being said, guys, be safe. Have a great night. And if you're watching this after the fact, hit the damn like button. All right? Hit the like button. Hit that subscribe. Thank you so much. You guys have a fantastic night, all right? All right, guys. See ya.